I'm Dr. George Flinn, and today on In-Depth TV, I think you're going to learn a lot about yourself, and that'll be fun because you need to know what's going around all around you to know what's happening. And this will teach you a lot about yourself and why you respond to ads. Some respond you very well. You say, I want that product. And sometimes you say, I don't want anything to do with that. Advertisers know all of this, and other people know these things, so you should know them too. The adage is, or the line is, or the thing most people understand in advertising and persuasion is people will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. Now, what do you think about that? I know we went over that fast, but those are a lot of things that you will wind up buying products, you'll wind up joining clubs, getting into movements, doing so many different things. And you can see people joining great clubs, clubs that have a very positive impact on society, and you can see people joining gangs and doing bad things. These are reasons people do things. And the reason you and I can be persuaded, sold to, or impacted. People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, who justify their failures, who allay their fears, calm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. This is a single sentence. It's a long sentence, I know, but it contains 5 of the most important insights that in all of years of studying and applying and trying to figure out advertising, many people have come down with these 5 different reasons for you to buy something, or you to buy into an idea, or you to join a team, or you to get into working with something, for something, to do something. And I know that's general, but let's talk about the general principles of why you do things. Why do you and I do things that we do? Because some people might not do that, and some people might say, that's not right. They'll even say that's idiotic. It may be idiotic to them, but it's not idiotic to us. So these principles: have your dreams encouraged. You know, you have dreams. Somebody that encourages your dreams, that's what you're looking for. And so you fail. If someone will come in and justify your failures, that's another principle. If you're fearful and someone comes in and calms your fears, third principle. If they confirm your suspicion, you suspect, and it doesn't have to be bad, I suspect this is going to happen. And someone comes in and says, yes, this is going to happen. And you say, I like that. Or if someone helps us throw rocks at our enemies, and you know what I mean. I don't mean literally throwing rocks. I mean, agrees with us about the negative things of our enemies. So they're the basic 5 things. And yet, these 5 tools, they're not the only tools. And madmen use these tools. Remember, people that are psycho, the Jonestown, the David Koresh, all the psychos use these tools. but also people marketing, people selling, evangelists, entertainers. You, when you're trying to get your kids to do something. Everyone uses these. In short, they're tools. They're tools for anyone who must connect with others, and more importantly, they need to make these connections pay off. And it doesn't have to be a win-lose situation. It can actually be a win-win situation. You know something that someone else needs to know in order to have a better life. You can use these to help them see how they can use whatever idea you have to have a better life. So there it is. Now, if you don't believe me, try to find a successful ad campaign. Watch the ads on TV. That'll be fun for you. The successful ad campaigns use one or more of these 5 insights. Really, I mean, seriously, try to find just one. Then, when you give up on that, try finding a deep, satisfying relationship that isn't built on more than one of them. Just, try to find an ad campaign or a relationship. Just try to find people who have remarkable chemistry. They get along fine, they're attracted to each other, but they fail to encourage each other's dreams. That relationship usually falls apart. Or people that demand that the other person is to blame. That's serious. Or people who fail to address each other's concern or treat each other as paranoid or leave each other to fight their own battles. Encouraging the dreams. Parents, we often, and I'm not saying just you, I'm saying us as parents, often discourage our children's dreams. And why do we do that? It's for their own good. It's an attempt to steer them to more reasonable goals. We think they're reasonable. Now, the children may not think they're reasonable, but we do. And the children often accept this as normal until others come along who believe in them and encourage their dreams. When this happens, who do you think has more power? The parents or the strangers? Many relationships, parent-child, parent-grandparent, all kind of relationships, husband-wife, these relationships can fall apart because we don't encourage other people's dreams. So when you have someone that you're close to, encourage their dreams. Don't just come along and discourage their dreams and tell them they can never do it. That is not a good way to make friends. Justifying their failures. Millions and millions of people cheer Dr. Phil as he tells people to accept responsibility for your mistakes. Millions more are looking for someone to take the responsibility off of their shoulders. Tell them that they're not responsible for their lot in life. And accepting responsibility for gaining control of your life, assuring others that they're not responsible is essential for gaining influence. You may say, you may have failed in business, but it's not your fault. It was the economy. it was something else in the world. Something else. It was some bad person did this to you. Therefore, you didn't get to succeed. You look no further than the political landscape to see this powerful game is played at its best. You weren't able to get that law passed or get that bill passed or win the election. And if you say, oh, it was so-and-so that did it. It was so-and-so. It wasn't your fault. It was somebody else's fault. So if you take, people are looking for someone to take responsibility off of their shoulders. What about your fears? When we're afraid, it's almost impossible to concentrate on anything else. Everybody knows this. And what do we do when someone else is afraid and we need to get their attention? That's right. We tell them, don't be afraid, and expect that to solve all the problems. Does it work? Probably not. And yet, we just don't seem to notice. We go on as if we've solved the problem and the person before us just fades away. But there are those who do realize this and pay special attention to our fears. They do not tell us not to be afraid. They work with us until our fear subsides. They'll work with us. The present evidence. They offer support. They tell us stories, but they do not tell us how to feel and expect us to feel that way. When you're afraid, which type of person would you rather be with? The person that tells you, don't be afraid, or someone that sits with you and listens and help you have your fear just melt? Which person would you like to be with? What about your suspicions? One of the favorite things to say is, I knew it, I just knew it. There's nothing quite like having your suspicions confirmed. When another person confirms your suspicion, something we suspect, we not only feel a surge of, we feel superior, we feel attracted to the one that helped make that surge come about. Adolf Hitler confirmed the suspicions of many Germans about the causes of their troubles and drew them further into his power. Cults, they confirmed the suspicions of prospective members, telling them that their families are out to sabotage them. It's a simple thing to confirm the suspicions of those who are desperate to believe them. Finally, throwing rocks at the enemies. Nothing bonds like having a common enemy. I realize how ugly that sounds, and yet it's true. Those who understand can utilize this. Those who don't understand it, or worse, understand but refuse to acknowledge it, are throwing away one of the most effective ways of connecting with others. No matter what you may think of this, rest assured, people have enemies. All people. It's been said that everyone you meet is engaged in a great struggle. The thing they're struggling with is their enemy. Whether it's another individual, a group, an illness, a setback, a philosophy, or religion, what have you, one is engaged in a struggle, and one is looking for others to join them. Those who do become more than friends, they become partners. And now you see these 5 things, and what I'd like for you to do is notice and watch advertisements and watch other people talking. See which of these they're using, and are they using them effectively. I'm Dr. George Flinn. You've been watching In-Depth TV. We appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time.